Hello everyone and welcome back. My name is Molly and I am just a couple weeks away from starting my thru hike attempt of the Appalachian Trail this year. I really wish that I could be on a hike today, but as time is running out, I have a lot of things that I still have to do to prepare for my thru hike with like my resupply boxes and stuff. So I'm home doing that this weekend, but I did want to take a moment and kind of talk about some of my goals for my thru hike and things that I'm going to try to do in order to successfully thru hike the Appalachian Trail. So I first wanted to start off by talking about my timeline and my pace for my thru hike. So I have been approved for a 6-month leave of absence, so I pretty much have to finish within 6 months. That does kind of put me on a little bit of a timeline and a schedule, which I think is fine. I think 6 months is plenty of time for me to accomplish this. I did the math and I'd have to average about 12 miles per day in order to get done in 6 months, and I think for me that's pretty doable. Yeah, I do want to kind of respect that 6-month timeline. I've been working really hard at work to get a bunch of projects and things done before I leave, but my coworkers are still gonna have to kind of pick up some of my responsibilities and add them to their own plate, so I definitely want to be respectful of that and finish within 6 months. I have some kind of daily goals that I have for myself that I want to accomplish and stick to. Hopefully by kind of putting them out in the world, putting them in this video, I'll hopefully keep myself a little bit more accountable for some of these, because the first one is I really want to stretch every day. I know that stretching is important, but I am so terrible at doing it in my daily life. I avoid it like the plague. But I've been trying to kind of get into more of a routine of doing that, because I really think that it's important. Help your body, because I'm going to be putting it through a lot, so stretching I think is going to be a really important thing that I want to do every day. Another goal that I have for myself is to vlog the entire trail. So I'll be taking videos and pictures and everything every day, and hopefully showing you as much as I can of what a thru hike is like. So the good days, the bad days, the rain, the sun, the mud, when I feel great, when I feel terrible, just everything about my thru hike. So hopefully I'll be able to document that and show you exactly how my experience through hiking goes. My plan is to do daily vlogs, so hopefully getting 8 to 12 minute video out every day, something like that. Try to keep them short and sweet, because I know there's a lot of people out here vlogging and it's fun to follow different people. Seriously, already thank you so much to everyone who's been following along with everything that I've been doing to prep for this hike. I am so grateful and thankful. Just all of the advice and whatnot in the comments has just been really great, especially when I'm not sure about what to do with things. You all have come through and helped me a bunch already, so thank you for that. If you haven't subscribed yet, go ahead and hit that button. I would really appreciate it. So along with vlogging every day, I also want to journal every day. In my journal, I want to keep track of things like where I started, where I ended every day, the distance, the elevation gain, elevation loss, things like that, but also like how I feel mentally, how I feel physically, and some different things like that. I tend to maybe put things that are a little bit more personal in my journal that I don't always put on these videos, so having that to look back on is something that I want. Let's see. So this is the journal that I'll be taking with me on the Appalachian Trail. have it in a baggie for safekeeping. But this is one of the journals that I designed. So this is the smaller version. It doesn't have as much details, but I think this is gonna be perfect for what I want since I'm gonna be vlogging. That's gonna take up some of my time. So I just want something kind of quick that I can jot down some of the things that I want to remember. So it has the date, start location, end location, miles. I can kind of record what kind of weather that I see, and whether it was an easy or really hard day, where I stayed at night, whether it was in my tent, in a shelter, or a hostel, how I slept, and then some like notes about the day there. And then I also have room to talk about like a peak, a valley, and a meadow. So the peak is like a good thing that happened that day, the valley is a low, maybe not such a good thing, and then a meadow is like a new idea or something I'm looking forward to, or just really anything else that I want to note there. So yeah, be kind of doing that every day. And then I also in the back have just some blank pages, and then also the little letter that I wrote to myself. So yeah, I'm gonna be taking that along with me. Excited to use this every day. This is kind of the bigger version that I've designed. I took this size with me on the Oregon Coast Trail. This is the one that I took on the Oregon Coast Trail. So yeah, it's nice to have these memories to look back on, things like that. So yeah, these are a little bit more info on the journals that I've designed. So another sort of personal goal that I have for myself is just to make my grandpas proud. They have both passed away, and they both meant a lot to me in different ways, and I just really want to go out there and show them I can do this and make them proud. The day that I'm posting this video will be March 4th, 2024, and that will be the 10-year anniversary of the passing of my grandpa Don. He was a huge part of my life. He lived next door to me growing up, so I pretty much saw him almost every day for the first 18 years of my life. So his passing was a rough one on me, and one of our last conversations that we had, he kind of asked me what I wanted to do with my life, and I was in my first year of college and I didn't really know, and so I didn't have a great answer for him, and I think that's still a question that I'm trying to answer, but maybe going on this trail will give me some clarity on that. But because he was such a big part of my life, I am bringing a little kind of reminder of him. His favorite flowers were tulips, so I got this tulip pin to put on my pack so that every time I see it I can think of him. So I have that right there in honor of my grandpa Don. My other grandpa, his name was Farland. He passed away in early 2020, and he lived a few states away in Nevada, so I didn't get to see him as often, but he was always a part of my life. He would call pretty often, especially on like my birthday. Him and my grandma would always call, and they would sing happy birthday to me over the phone, and every time I would ask him how he was doing, he would say that he was doing mighty fine. So if you're ever wondering where Mighty Fine Hiking came from, it was inspired by my grandpa Farland. So my goal is to just go out and do my best and maybe honor their memories a little bit along the trail with me. And my last goal is just to enjoy the journey. I'm going to try really hard to be present and be in the moment more. I have a hard time doing that in my regular life sometimes, but I'm going to try to focus on that while I'm hiking the trail. I want to make a lot of friends, meet new people. I've heard such great things about the AT community, and I've already been experiencing that from you all reaching out and with your encouragement and everything, and just really want to kind of embrace that and embrace the goodness that the AT community has to give. Yeah, just enjoy the journey and hopefully make it to Mount Katahdin and touch that sign. But yeah, those are kind of some of my goals for my upcoming thru hike attempt of the Appalachian Trail. If you've hiked a long distance hike before and you had goals similar or different, let me know what those were in the comments. I'd love to hear them. If you have a goal, whatever your goal for hiking is or being outside this year, whether it's to do a long trail like this or get out and do shorter trails on the weekends, let me know what your goals are for 2024. I hope you all accomplish them as well. Thank you so much for watching, and mighty fine hiking, everyone. Bye!